Good thing I like my plans cancelled. Bum 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 bum. I forgot the lyrics to Taylor Swift. How dare I? Hello, bookish friends. How are you all doing today? I am here to film a new video for you guys. I am so behind on videos because I've been having storage issues lately on both my laptop and my camera. But it was Christmas this week, so Merry Christmas, Happy New Year's, all the things. I hope 2026 will be amazing stuff for you guys. But I wanted to do some catching up on some videos that I was supposed to make. Some of them I was supposed to make sooner rather than later, like today's video. Today's video I am going to be doing, oh, if I can grab it. I'm going to be finally doing my November wrap-up. If you don't know what my November wrap-up is my monthly wrap-up where I talk about all my reading stats for that month. And then I also go and talk about all of my books I read in that month. An exciting thing for November is I completed my reading goal in the month of November. Yay! We read 100 books. Well, we read my 100th book in the month of November. And it's a book that I absolutely loved, so I was so happy that I loved it. So I'm going to go through that here soon. Let me grab my bullet journal, because I forgot to grab that before filming. Oh, why can't we stay up? This is why we can't have nice things. I'm also going to grab my current read for the video, because I always talk about what I'm currently reading. So let me flip to my November wrap-up real quick. I should have done this before camera turned on, but yeah. So I want to talk about my current read first because this is one that I'm in the middle of, obviously. I literally just hit page 100 in it, and that is The Sun and the Star by Rick Riordan and Mark Oshiro. This is book one of the new Nico D'Angelo series that I'm in the middle of, and I cannot believe it took me this long to pick up this book. This is a middle grade, or is it young adult? I can't remember. I think my friend Clint said this is a young adult novel because it's for the older fans of Percy Jackson. I'm so excited to be reading this. I know Percy Jackson season 2 just dropped on Disney Plus as well, and I have been watching that. So having those actors and actresses in my head for this book right now is kind of throwing it off a little bit, but I'm enjoying it nonetheless. I just got to chapter 11, page 105 in the book. I'm listening to it via audiobook. I really don't need an audiobook, but the audiobook itself is only 5 hours long. And I started this one last night, so I was like, well, might as well see what the hype is about. This is the only Percy Jackson series that I haven't read yet. And oh my goodness, I'm really enjoying this one. I haven't read The Court of the Dead either, even though I hauled that one earlier this year. But nonetheless, I'm really enjoying this, and you'll see this in a weekly vlog coming soon, if I can get my butt to edit those. But yes, really enjoying it. It feels like a 5-star read so far, which is what I need to end a year on, which is wild that it's already like the end of the year. Also, Chewie got a buddy up here. Chewbacca and the Mandalorians plus baby Grogu. Yes, please. Like, look how cute this is. So Chewie has a friend up here now. Yay. Anyways, let's jump into my monthly wrap-up. I have a lot of books to talk to you today about. I have 13 books. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, I have 13 books to talk to you today about. I'm going to do a different way of talking about these books. I'm going to do a simple yes and no. That way it can be like a quicker wrap up. I'm going to do yes, no, maybe so for if the books are worth your time. And I will start off with my monthly stats. So for my page count for November, I read 4,537 pages. My biggest book of the month was... I didn't grab these, sorry. My biggest book of the month was The Games God Played. This comes in at 510 pages, which sounds like a lot, but I actually flew through this one. My shortest read was... Where did I put it? I don't have these in order. I'm so sorry, you guys. My shortest read was Solitaire by Alice Oseman, a buddy read I meant to do in September. Never did, but I read it in November, 2 months late. You know me. This one came in at 264 pages, so definitely my shortest read. For my stats, we have... Oh, for my favorite book of the month, my favorite was The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer. This was on my 12 friend rec list that I made earlier this year, and I actually got around to reading it finally. This was recommended to me by my friend Karina over at She Dreams in Words. My least favorite was sadly Solitaire by Alice Oseman. It just felt a little repetitive to me when I was reading this, and I was telling my friend Clint that, and he's like, ooh, if you don't like repetitiveness, you might like radio silence more. So that's my next Alice Oseman tackle. So hopefully I'll do that next year. And then my stats are 0 1 star, 0 2 stars, 3 3 stars, 4 4 stars, which is funny. 6 of these were 5-star reads. 2 of these were ARCs. 9 of these I listened to via audiobook. 1 of them was a book of the month pick. 1 of them was a buddy read. 1 was a book club pick. 2 of these I completed series for. 0 carryovers, 0 DNF. 1 of these was a graphic novel. 0 library books, sadly. 3 new releases from 2025. 0 Owl Crate, which I need to get better at that. 4 of these were on my monthly TBR. 4 of these I physically read, and 4 of these were sequels that I've read from the either series of them that I've read. But nonetheless, I'm excited. So let's jump into these books. I'll show you everything I've read, starting with the book that made me complete my reading goal for the year. Coming in at book number 100 for the year is Temptation of Force by Tessa Granton. I would say yes, definitely check this one out, especially if you're a huge fan of Star Wars. I mean, hello. If you don't know what this shirt means, you can't be on my channel. Anyways, I love these books as audiobooks, so definitely check it out. It's literally like a movie when you listen to these audiobooks, and there's sound effects, full cast. There's also just music with it, which is music by John Williams. So it's so cool and like nostalgic to listen to these. I actually, spoiler alert for my book haul, for December's book haul, I got a few Star Wars High Republic books that I've been missing. So I can continue on with this one in 2025. This was a 5-star read for me. I cried in this one. I laughed. I was happy. I had all the feelings. So yes, definitely check this out. But read the other ones before reading this one. Then I read one of my book club picks for Queer Reads. If you don't know, I run a book club called Queer Reads here on BookTube, and that is Everything About You by Robbie Rubber. Yes, I would definitely say check this out only if you love books set in Paris. And this is also a mil-mil romance enemies to lovers trope. So that was so fun to read. I'm a huge fan of enemies to lovers, but I know some people are worn down by it. This one was a 4-star read. I was mad by the ending because I wanted more with these characters. That's the only issue. That's why I hesitated on saying yes, because I wanted more from these characters. I feel like this book could get a sequel if Robbie wanted to, but I know he's working on something brand new for 2026, so I'm looking forward to seeing what that is. But I read this for my book club, and everybody in the book club seemed to love this one, so maybe if Robbie has any other book news, he might be another author we come back to. But yeah, really enjoyed this. If you love Heartstopper and Red, White, and Royal Blue, you would definitely love this one as well. It is set in Paris, mil-mil romance. Who doesn't love that? Next two books are both by the same author. One of them I reread, and the other one I read for the first time. And so I read Legend and Lattes by Travis Baldree, or I should say I reread this. And then I read Bookshops and Bonedust by Travis Baldree as well. This one I read for the first time this month. Yes, loved it. And also maybe on this one. Maybe if you're not sure about how cozy fantasy will go for you for these, I enjoyed both of them immensely. This one was just a reread for me, so at the time of my reread, I kind of knew what was going to happen in this book, but it was still fun to discover how an orc becomes a coffee shop owner. But yes, super stoked. This one was definitely my favorite. We followed the same characters from Legends and Latte into this one, but it just goes deeper into their backstory. And just because I'm a huge book nerd, I love this one a whole lot. I read these for Readathin, which is hosted by my friend Amanda, Readathin, which is hosted by my friend Donna over at Donna Reads here on BookTube. I don't know what challenges I use books for, but a lot of these books I've read for Readathin, which is why I read so much. But both of these, this one was a 3-star read, this one was a 5-star read. I really enjoyed them. Brigands and Bread Knives is out now, which I still need to get, but it's not out in paperback yet. Like, what the heck? I need a paperback copy to match these two books, so I'll have to wait till next year to buy it, but I really enjoyed these, and I hope you guys check these out. I know I'm the last person to read these. This was also on my 10 before the end, so sneak peek to that wrap-up video coming soon. But maybe, if it's your first time, and yes. And then the next one I read, I would say sadly no for this one, XOXO by XOXO. I don't want to say no because I know Axie watches my channel. I'm so sorry, Axie. This is a case of it's a me thing and not a you thing. It's me, not you. This one just felt a little too young for my taste for young adult contemporary. I also listened to this via audiobook, and the narrators had a very high-pitched voice for it. It made one of the main character. It made our main character voice, Jenny. It made her very annoying, and I was irritated with Jenny with some of the decisions she made. If you love this is a K-pop book for K-pop fans, which I'm not into, so maybe that's why I didn't click with it. But I still give this 3.5 out of 5 stars just because I love Axie and I feel bad for being a negative book reviewer on her. But yeah, this one just wasn't my cup of tea. I'll definitely stick with her fantasy books because I enjoy those more than this one. But it also could have been like the audiobook narrator fault. So I don't know. Maybe I should have physically read this one and I would have loved it more. But yeah, I read this for my A to Z challenge because I needed a book with the letter X, and I forgot that I had this one. And I also got this one signed from XOXO, so that's why I'm going to keep this one. But it says, "For Drew, it's always so lovely to see you." So sweet. So yeah, I'm going to keep this one, even though it's a no for me, and it's one of my lowest rating reads of the month. I don't know, I think I'm growing out of young adult contemporary books. We'll see. I hate to say that, but I might be. Next one I have is one of my trilogies I completed this year. Like I said, I completed 2 series this year. So I completed Fortress of Ambrose by JL. Yes, definitely check this out. 3rd book of the trilogy. If you love the Mortal Instruments and you want something similar to that, definitely check out House of Marion. I almost forgot the first book title. Check out House of Marion. I really enjoyed this one, and I hope you guys love it. It's a completed trilogy, so you can binge read it. You don't have to wait for a whole year like I had to with this one. Penguin Teen also sent me an ARC of this one, so it's right here on my ARC shelf. And I finished it. I cried. I laughed. I had all the feels. 5-star read. Loved this, and I hope you guys check it out. Next one I read was Thief of Night by, oh, that's upside down. Thief of Night by Holly Black. No, I would say no for this one. Don't pick this one up. Maybe check it out from your library first. But also here's the reason why I'm saying that. This one is a second book of a duology, which I read book 1 the year I got super sick. So I don't remember reading book 1, even though it says I have. So it's another me, not you type of situation. But I really enjoyed this wrap up overall. It was a satisfying conclusion for me, even though I don't remember book 1. So maybe I should have read book 1 before going into book 2, but I enjoyed this nonetheless. It was a 3-star read, a solid 3 stars, which is, again, it's not bad, but it's just not the greatest. And I wanted to love this so much more because I was anticipating this one, but I just felt kind of let down by it, which sucks. It actually put me in a little bit of a slump until I picked up another book. And the book that I picked up after that was Solitaire by Alice Oseman. This one I also didn't love this month, so when I said I felt super slumpy in the month of November, I didn't know what to read at all until I looked at my TBR. So I read Solitaire. We already talked about this, and I was saying no unless you're a huge fan of Tori. Tori was just super sad, super depressing, but now we know why she is in this book, so if you want to know why, check out this one. This one was a 3-star read as well. Next I have is one book that got me out of my reading slump, and that is The Games Gods Play by Abigail Owen. This is the first book of a new trilogy, I think. I really loved how this one went. This is a book for if you love Percy Jackson and The Hunger Games and you want something more adult. Definitely check this one out. I did not expect the spice to be so spicy in this book, and I was like, oh, maybe I'm loving this more romantic-y side of things. And I was super scared by the size of this book because, like I said earlier, it's 510 pages. So I'm just like, I'm going to take so long to read this. But once I got like past the 100-page mark, I flew through this, and I could see why my friend Clint loved this one. So thank you, Clint, for the recommendation. I can't wait to read book 2. I have it on my book haul for December. So 5 out of 5 stars. Yes, yes, yes. Also check out the audiobook. Lyra in this book, the main female main character, is so sassy. I love her so much. She's a new favorite character of mine. The next book I have is The Lost Story by Meg Schaefer. This was obviously a favorite read of mine. We already talked about this. This is a queer Chronicles of Narnia retelling. So if you love Chronicles of Narnia when you were growing up, you will definitely love this one. Love these two, Jeremy and Rafe, or Raph. Yep, Rafe, I think is how it is. Jeremy and Rafe are amazing. My favorite new male couple this month. Love, love. Yes, yes, yes. Check it out. Thank you, Karina, for the book rec. The next book I read, I don't know, tell me why it took me 3 years to read this next book. And that is All My Rage by Sabaa Tahir. I finally got around to reading this. I had this on my shelf since Penguin Teen sent me to read this book and review it the year it was supposed to come out. Never got around to it because I was so scared, because I was like, I know what Sabaa is going to do in this book, and she did the thing that I knew. She is brutal with killing off characters, and I won't say who died in this because it's very spoilery. But if you do read this, you find out that Sabaa Tahir herself is a Star Wars fan. So I love that for me, even though I never met Sabaa. But I really enjoyed this. I don't know why it took me so long to read this. So yes, check this out. I enjoyed this immensely. I did reading sprints in November, and I was almost crying on the sprints. I didn't cry, but like it almost got me at the end. It was just such a satisfying ending. I was mad at one of these characters as well. I was like cringing every time he was on page, but he deserved what he got. And if you know, you know. But yeah, I can't really talk much about books without spoiling things, so I'll just leave it there. Definitely check this one out. Everybody and their mother have already read this book except me, so I enjoyed it. Yes, yes, yes. Next one I have is a maybe. If you love graphic novels, yes, but if you don't want to do a reread, definitely skip this one maybe. I'm kind of annoyed that they haven't done the second one, which is Fire. They haven't done that one yet. Let me make sure my computer is mute. Hold on. They haven't done a graphic novel for Fire, which is Kristen Cashower's second book in her fantasy series. This is Graceling, by the way. I don't know if I said that. But I don't know. Maybe. If you love graphic novels. Yes, if you love graphic novels. The artwork in here was so sweet. Like, it was so easy to read. I flew through this in one sitting. I also read this in the same live show I did as All My Rage. So I'll leave that live show up above or down below. But yes, I would say maybe for this one. And last but not least, the book I read, and I ended on a 3.5 star rating for this one, so maybe. And that is Vampires Never Get Old, edited by Zoraida Cordova and Natalie C. Parker, who I finally got to meet Zoraida this year, and that was so fun to meet her in person. So I would say maybe. I didn't read this in the month that I wanted to read this in. I wanted to read this in October, because obviously it's a vampire story, short story collection. It was super fun. There's some of these stories that I've really enjoyed and I wanted more from, and some of these stories I didn't. But I feel like that's how it goes with every short story collection you will see. There's some that I can't even remember which ones I love because I read it so quickly. But it is such a short book for a short story collection, so it was very easy to fly through. And I loved how at the end of each one, Zoraida and Natalie themselves did a little synopsis of like what happened in it, in case you were focusing on it like I was. So thank you, ladies, for the little synopsis of each story. But I really didn't love it as much as I thought I would. Some of the stories I found a tad cringy and a little bit young, in my opinion, and I was just like, oh, I don't know if this would actually happen in real life. But there was some that I've enjoyed and I was like, oh, I want more from. So hopefully we'll get more from these authors soon. And I can't wait to continue on with this one. I used this book for the Buzzword prompt of November, which was to read a book with the word never in the title. And of course it has the word never right there. So this completed that, and I'm really happy that it did. So there you have it. That is everything I read in the month of November. Let me know what you guys have read in November. How many books did you read? What did you love? What you didn't love? Your question of the day is, what are you looking forward to doing in 2026? For me, I am hoping to get better at pre-filming a lot of stuff for you guys, and I'm hoping to get on a better schedule for filming. So that's a goal that I'm looking forward to doing. And I'm also looking forward to maybe going to Y'all West this year. Maybe. My mom said maybe. We'll see. But I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you all have a great day or night or not. The choice is yours, and happy reading, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye.